Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 176 for July 22nd, 2026, and I am Nemesis, joined by Alcatraz.
Hey.
It's been a minute.
Yep.
Pretty much a whole month. Yeah, like I said, took a break. I was doing some things, and they went pretty well. So I was vending at a convention and all that stuff. There has definitely been some anime news since the last time we talked.
I would hope so. It's been a little while.
Yeah, some big stuff apparently because Anime Expo happened. So
Anime Expo happened, for
so
better or worse.
A lot of announcements there and whatnot.
A lot of people there.
Yeah, so one thing was, I remember, like I said, I think I brought it up last time because it was leaked out and now it's actually confirmed. The guy she was interested in wasn't a guy at all that has getting an anime adaptation, which is coming out early next year. And its OP is Nirvana.
Yep.
Which seems like they're going to just have a bunch of licensed Western music throughout the anime, which makes sense considering what that story is about. They did actually confirm, this is something I didn't mention, I don't think, on the podcast, but it's been announced that Murcielago is getting an anime adaptation.
Right, that one sounds familiar. But
It's about a tall lesbian who goes around doing just pretty much very violent things.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Very tall lesbian. She's like my height.
Yeah.
And yeah. There is some worry because apparently the one, of course, like when they adapt it, how much they're gonna cut. And also, apparently, the studio attached to it is not known for quality.
Oh.
So we'll see how that turns out. I know they announced like some solo leveling movie I don't care about.
Oh, yeah, the whole solo leveling thing.
Yeah, there's a couple other things that get popped up. I'm trying to remember what they were. That was a lot. I remember that. Because, yeah, I also know Crunchyroll. This is really annoying. Crunchyroll decided to announce that they're changing how their store works. Which is a really frustrating thing because, okay, so they have the three tiers of subscription. They have Fan, Mega Fan, and Ultimate Fan. And the store has always had the thing of like when you're subscribed to the higher tiers, you get big discounts and free shipping on lower threshold for free shipping and so on and so forth. They are changing that in a really, I would say, very negative way. The lowest tier, the Fan tier, will no longer have access to the store. Period. Yeah,
that's just like, why would you?
They're getting rid of the discounts for the higher tiers, and yeah, they're changing stuff up. But it's like, why would you do it like that? It was like It's one of those things where it's like, this is really dumb, and it reeks because it feels like it's kind of somewhat in line with a recent announcement from Sony, which is they're halting production of physical copies of PS5 games and whatnot. And considering Sony owns Crunchyroll. Yeah, because one of the things is Crunchyroll, sells Blu-rays exclusively sometimes, and considering that just makes it even harder to get physical copies of anime.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah, everything about it just screams. This is just really, I don't know. This is some C-level executive decided this is the best way to go about things, and yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds like a horrible idea. Like, just cutting people off from your store, just why? Why would you want to restrict access to letting people give you money?
I don't know. It's I'm trying to find the...
They really think that people are going to just jump to the higher tiers, even though they're losing things.
This August, we are transitioning the Crunchyroll store to a brand new shopping experience that will be available exclusively for Mega and Ultimate fans. The store captures the excitement of convention exclusive merchandise. Blah, blah, blah. Before the new experience, summer sale, 50% of what's happening in the Crunchyroll store. Yep.
Yeah, a big sale before everything gets basically locked out.
Yeah. New experience will feature curated drops and Crunchyroll exclusive merch you won't find anywhere else. Mega and Ultimate fans only. Ultimate.
They think it sounds like they're shifting to try to get more exclusive stuff and cutting off low subscribers or non-subscribers from having access to try and force people to pay even more on subscription fees just to have access to exclusives. They think their exclusives are going to be a big enough draw to compensate for the loss of everyone else.
I don't know. It seems like a really dumb thing.
It sounds like a stupid idea.
And of course, it's funny. When will new version launch? They will announce exact date in the future, just August.
I wonder if there's going to be enough backlash to see if they change.
I don't know yet, but not smart. I was able to actually finish Kamina Botan, the drunk lesbian
Yeah.
anime.
I haven't started that one yet. I keep hearing it's good, though.
It is pretty good. Very low energy, though, but it's pretty good. Of course, you got some people so scarred by Hibike Euphonium, they're calling it bait.
Oh.
Even though it's clearly not, but
Yeah.
Uma Musume's still going.
Yeah.
They just had a big update in the Uma Musume Global version. Big, huge overhaul update type of thing. Which is pretty neat because lots of quality of life stuff. And hey, look, we no longer have to play Track Blazer, which was the one that took an hour to play one career versus the other ones took 30 minutes to play one career. But yeah, I don't want to get deep into that because that's a whole separate topic.
Yes. Yes.
Although it is adjacent to this podcast.
Yes.
We've talked about
it's adjacent,
before.
but
Regardless. Oh, by the way, yeah, if I sound a little off, it's because I was sick and I'm kind of on the
getting
upswing
over
from it.
Yeah.
Regardless, we're here to talk about what we mentioned last time, which is Cho Kaguya-hime, or Cosmic Princess Kaguya. Yes, it's a movie that's on Netflix. But it was, I think, Netflix exclusive, if I remember correctly. But yes. Before we get into it, you should watch it if you haven't already. You've had plenty of time. We kept putting it off. I kept putting it off. But you should really watch it.
Yeah, if you want to try and do a quick spoiler-free.
Yeah. We'll note it is 2.5 hours long, though, so be mindful of that. It is a fairly long movie.
It is, yes, it is.
It is visually gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous.
There's a lot of great music.
There is, yes.
And I think it's very solid and gay.
It could be more, but that could be said about a lot of things, too.
I think it's one of those, it's pretty obvious if you think it's not gay, you're stupid.
Yeah.
So there you go.
But yeah, spoiler-free review. It's pretty good. Go watch it.
Yes. So yeah, the movie opens up actually with Iraha Sakayori, who is, well, a high school student who's living on her own because she had a fight with her mom, and she is kind of overworking herself pretty hard. And then one day she's going home, and then there's her telephone pole is glowing at her house or apartment, and there's a door, and she opens it as a baby, and
congratulations, baby be upon ye.
You have a baby now. And when she takes the baby, the door closes and goes away, and like, oh, so she takes care of this baby, and then the next day it's a toddler, and the next day it's a kid, and the next day it's a teenager, like her.
Yep.
That's weird.
Babies grow up fast.
Yeah, I guess in this day and age. And yeah, she winds up calling her Kaguya after the legend about the Moon Princess.
Yep.
Yeah, Kaguya is, well, very invasive in her life.
Yes.
Although, in the end, for the better.
Yes, in the end, for the better.
Although she's really irritated in the early stages because, well, yeah, it's like she's here and she's loud and she's spending all her money and she just doesn't seem to understand anything. And also, Iraha just kind of every once in a while realizes she sounds vaguely like her mother, and that scares her a little bit.
Yep. You realize that you have become your mother.
Anyway, there's a whole thing where there's that kind of VR thing they can do with like these little contact lenses, which are
smart contacts.
Because it's one of those 20 minutes into the future, as people call it.
4 years, but yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes in the future is basically stuff that's futuristic, but kind of theoretically on the cusp of reality.
Yes. I think technically this takes place in 2030.
Yeah, but 20 minutes in the future it's technically modern day, but a little further forward.
A little further.
20 minutes in the future. But regardless, so they go in the virtual world, and Kaguya is just enchanted by this whole thing. And there's also this whole thing, this virtual AI idol called Yachiyo. Who Iraha is a big fan of, and they go into this virtual world and see her concert, and they wind up that Yachiyo announces this big competition to basically perform with her, and Kaguya just really wants to do it.
We should do it.
And
we can't
starts off from zero, but eventually ropes Iraha into helping her, even though Iraha again is kind of I got work and school and studying, and eventually Iraha kind of learns to live a little.
Yeah. Well, it also helps that Iraha cannot resist the puppy dog eyes.
Because Kaguya.
Just
so Kaguya becomes a big streamer, and she's getting a lot more fans, and she eventually ropes Iraha in, and also some of her friends, and they wind up fighting against this Black Onyx,
or because Oni X. Yeah.
Wind up fighting them, and it turns out, the leader of this group, Akira Mikado, that's actually Iraha's brother.
It's your brother.
Yep, it's her older brother. And yeah, they wind up losing, but the thing was the competition was not, winning the games, it was getting more fans, and well, Kaguya got the most fans, so she gets to perform with her and Ira get to perform Yachiyo and big old concert, and then, well, now what?
Well, now what?
This is where things kind of take a weird turn, because all of a sudden Kaguya is being, oh look, there's these moon people here for Kaguya.
The moon people have come. Yes.
Yeah, and it winds up being a case of, well, Ira's not going to let them take Kaguya, and they try to, well, fend them off. It doesn't work. And then Kaguya is taken away, and, well, Ira's very depressed.
Yep, and she tries to go back to her old life.
Yeah, and then that's where the movie ends. When she realized she could still be happy, right? And then she goes, nah, screw that. I'm getting Kaguya back.
Yep.
And she writes a song, this old song she never really finished, and then, oh, look, she seems to have done something, and then, well, there's little things. Yachiyo has this little, sea cucumber thingy.
CQ, yeah.
Who then gets Iraha in the...
Fushi, that's its name, Fushi.
Yeah, who gets Iraha in the virtual world and gets her to Yachiyo and discover, Yachiyo has been here for a really long time. And she's telling Iraha about all this, and the reveal, which is Yachiyo is Kaguya.
Yep.
And what happened was she heard Iraha's song, and she made sure to come back.
Using time travel.
But she hit a rock and kind of overshot by about 8,000 years.
Yep.
Which is where the legend came from. Because her second trip to Earth caused a legend, which inspired
Yep.
all this.
Grandfather paradox.
Yep. And so she's been waiting for 8,000 years. And she's kind of talking about how she's just an old lady now. And she's kind of telling Iraha about all her things. And Iraha gets just blasted by Fushi with everything.
All the knowledge that Kaguya
And Kaguya then also resolves to do something about it.
We're going to fix this.
Yeah, which is, well, she decides what she's going to do with her life, and she's going to go into robotics and engineering, and she basically builds a body for Yachiyo / Kaguya. And, well, she has a robot girlfriend now. And girlfriends?
Girlfriends, because Yachiyo is now an AI thing, sort of, not really, but is kind of digital and can...
She's like in the digital world, but also she's now she's the Kaguya body, and also, yeah.
The thing is that Yachiyo can, make duplicates and be in multiple places at once because of the whole digital thing, so...
Yeah, so is it
now
poly
you have a physical body
is it poly if both your girlfriends are the same person?
Yeah, I don't know.
Except
I don't know.
Yeah. Regardless, that's how it ends with her ending and then, happy and everything, and then we got a little epilogue with a music video, and...
Yep. Yep.
That's the thing. It's like this weird. So this movie has like 3 fake endings.
Yeah, that's also one thing. It's like so many fake out endings, and so many. It's just ending after ending after ending after ending, and there's all the credits, and then now they're on the mountainside.
They even had the fake credits, which look like the Netflix preview screen and everything.
Yep, they had the fake credits for that
was when Iraha was like, because it has a lot of stories that end with particularly older Yuri stories would have the whole. Iraha, the first love is just gone now, and she just has to move on with life, and that's just it. The end.
The end.
And here she's going, nah, I'm not going to accept that.
No,
I'm going to get my girlfriend back.
I'm going to make my own happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could also arguably ended it after the concert. And then, there's I remember the credits are rolling. I'm looking, there's still 14 minutes left in this movie.
Yeah, and then it shows that VTuber type ending with the keep watching.
Yep.
And then it goes, okay, now they're hiking on the mountainside. Which didn't... That's a weird one. What's going on? And the whole mountainside thing. Because it sort of implies that they found the pod. But not really, because the pod's already been found and it's in the apartment. That's Yachiyo herself. But because at the same time they started, jumping back and forth in time, showing the different events. So it's hard to say what actually happened.
Yeah, there's some
weirdness going on. Very end.
Regardless, somehow, it's a weird thing. Is if you look at this and you somehow think this is straight, you are stupid.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely not straight. I would like a little bit more.
I would say
but
no one ever kisses, but it's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the things because one of the things about the legend about the Princess Kaguya is that, she was asked to, multiple hands of marriage, and then she was, went back to the moon when, going to marry someone. That was the thing, was I remember this before. It was interesting when Kaguya straight up asks Iroha to marry her, and Iroha actually agrees, and that's when the moon people showed up.
Yeah.
Like, that is really clever right there. The timing is like, they agreed to marriage, and that's when the moon people showed up. Which is just like the story, which we find was a little embellished.
Although there's a little one, because they did do the everyone else, all the men were asking to marry, because they did that through the streamer thing. Yeah. Where all the streamers saying, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me.
And then they had the thing with the competition where, Iroha is like wailing on everyone who asks Kaguya to marry. Because she's like, if you could beat her, I'll marry you. And Iroha makes sure to never lose.
Yep.
Except
and then there was the fight, and then, they lost against Black Onyx.
Yeah.
And then, her brother's like, I would never have actually forced you to marry me.
Yeah, because he's a good guy.
Because he's kind of... He's not a bad dude.
Yeah, his actual name is Sakayori Asahi. Yeah, that's the thing. He's actually her older brother, and he does care about his sister. And
he does.
The other thing we also see at the end is Iroha, reconciles with her mother.
Yep.
Which is nice.
Yeah, then that was a whole one. Like, it's pretty obvious her mom's not a good mom. But it's a little interesting. It's like... She's not a bad mom. She's just not super great about dealing...
Well, it doesn't help that, the dad died.
It does not help that the dad died. The dad dying screwed everything up.
That could take someone who actually is a good parent and turn them into a bad parent because the grief just overwhelms them.
Yeah. Like, one of the things that's implied here with the parenting, and it's one thing that Iroha's brother had mentioned, is like, she's trying to get Iroha to... I guess grow a spine to push back and try and declare something for herself, but doesn't express that very well, and ends up just kind of traumatizing Iroha and pushing her into the situation that she's in.
Which is, I'm on my own, I'm earning all my money for myself, and I'm not going to ever go back to my mom and beg for help.
Right. It's not the greatest way of doing it.
Even if I'm overwhelmed, and she's like, because at one point she was talking about, fine, I can get a solid 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's like,
yeah. It's like she didn't quite know how to handle to get the lesson that she was trying to get. So it's not the worst parent, but could definitely have been better.
The funny thing, Iroha inherited her stubbornness from her mother.
Yep. That's probably one of the reasons why they kind of started to butt heads.
Yeah. I started butting heads with my dad. Hey, guess what? Who has a similar personality to my dad? Me.
Yay.
Guess who starts to butt heads with him, because we have very different ideas. We have very similar reactions in certain ways, but also have very different ideals.
Yes. But then that was one thing after those events, when Iroha finally starts to do the things that she wants to do, and trying to get her girlfriend back, and she has that phone call.
Yeah.
Which you don't hear the conversation, you just see the mouth, the lips moving. You only hear her mom's final words, but you can definitely tell she's having the, I'm not going to do the things you told me. This is what I want to do for myself. And she's, standing up for herself. And her mom's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because
okay.
Because I remember that was one of the things. She goes to that advisory teacher and tells her he's going, calls him, I'm going to law school.
Yep.
And then she goes, no, I'm not. Can I change my mind?
Yep.
Because, it's pretty clear. I think law school is probably what her mom wanted.
Probably.
And, now I'm going to go to
either that
robotics.
or doctor, right?
Yep. Because it's going to make good money.
Yep, got to make good money.
But yeah, she's going to robotics and engineering. 10 years. 10 years to finish and build herself a robot girlfriend.
Although, one thing that kind of, sort of like a Chekhov's gun, but they don't really overtly mention it, but it's one of those things that definitely connects. Very early on with Kaguya, we see that she's like really good with computers.
Oh yeah.
Really good with computers. So, like Iroha is telling her, don't do crimes.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So that very much ties into what's happened, because it's Yachio, or Kaguya, after going back, that builds this virtual world.
Yep.
So we see, 10 years in the future, after Iroha's, figured out who's who and what's what.
Yep.
It's probably both of them working together to build and all this technology. Because it shows that Yachio has been influencing humanity this whole time just so she can get back with her girlfriend.
Yep. 8,000 years trying to make history play out just right so you can meet your girlfriend again.
And so they can build technology and whatnot.
And this is the funny thing also, just simply like, oh yeah, sense of taste doesn't work yet.
Oh, yep. Still working on that one.
Because that was the thing, was like, yeah, it's like, yeah, so yeah, Iraha is like, initially very serious and stern and just no nonsense, but loosens up because of Kaguya. Kaguya is very flighty and loud and
yep,
energetic
bouncy and
everything.
bubbly and just wants free spirit.
Yep. And Yachio's a little calmer because she's a little older now. She's an old lady.
An old lady. Oh man, when those two get together though,
Yep.
those two got together and started. It's like, oh wow, these are two peas in a pod. Little did I know, I was very correct. More correct than I thought when I was seeing that.
It's funny. You have this little thing where it's like when the three of them were performing together, Yachio does kind of this weird thing where she skips Kaguya's part and does Kaguya's part forward. Kaguya starts complaining and throwing a tantrum right there. That was my part. There's like Yachio and Iraha like rubbing up against Iraha and everything. It's like, in the context, oh, she's been waiting 8,000 years to do this, and she just said how to do this. But also, we see Kaguya just tantrum. It's like, you don't have no idea that you're basically getting upset over yourself.
Yep. Yep.
Again, open. It's like there's a blatant, gayness here. I'm gonna put this like Iraha has always been a huge fangirl for Yachio, and Yachio that's the funny thing. That was one of the things early to like, what's this about? Because we have the thing where Yachio talks personally to Iraha, and then Iraha logs out of the virtual world, and Yachio goes and says her name.
Yep,
Iraha. So it's like, okay, why does she know her specifically?
Why is Yachio?
I was like, why was that?
Watching?
I knew that was going to be a thing. Like, okay, why did she know her specifically? There's something going on there.
Yeah,
I had no idea the time travel thing was going to be.
No, that one came out of nowhere. Not what I was expecting.
Because of the popularity of this movie, I've been seeing a lot of fan works about it. And, I'm trying to avoid looking at them too closely, but I've seen a lot of them of Kaguya, Iraha, and Yachio at the same time. So it's like, okay, I know these three are kind of important. I didn't know there's more than a pairing going on, but I was like, oh, so two of them are actually the same person. Huh. How's that work?
Well, now you know.
And still, how does it work?
It just does.
I saw a really funny picture, which was kind of funny because it was Iraha opens a door and there's Kaguya and Yachio making out, and she's like, continue. Continue. It's like now we get now there's some questions that must be answered.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also Iraha has a couple friends, Mami and Roka. And that's the other thing. Every time in the virtual world, almost everybody has some sort of animal trait.
Yeah. Iraha has very good taste. I will say that was the first thing, because it opens up the way this movie opens up is kind of a weird little in the what was it? Future? What was it? Oh, in future or past when they're talking about it, because it just wait, that's not right, because they're actually showing in the game. And all
the narrator's confused.
Yeah, the narrator's confused because it opens up and you see all the animals.
Also, like the bit where it's like this is the day here when she comes home. It's kind of scanning through her day here.
There we go. Yep. Some of the other interesting thing. Oh man, one of them. A weird little thing that easy to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Kaguya shows up with a full body.
Yeah.
Yachio is digital only.
Yeah.
And she had to build a robotic body for her later.
Yep.
What happened to her actual body? It's one of those miss it things. Apparently when she hit the rock on her way back, not only did it screw up the time travel, but didn't have enough power to give herself a body.
Yep.
So she's trapped in a pod.
Yep.
Only her pet got out.
Yep, because that's the only enough power it had
to actually generate the pet. So she's trapped in a pod, sitting in a chair in an apartment. I hope she moved. Yeah. It's curious though. It's like, if you have all that technology, why don't you just take a whole bunch of can you just repower the pod?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's just damaged or something.
Probably that's the thing.
Yeah. I will say there's one of the other cool things when they show the Lunarians, because they use the term Lunarian.
Yeah.
Which is the same one Toho used for the moon people.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is not they didn't reference Toho. It's just Toho and this are both probably referencing Kaguya, the old folklore. But yeah, whenever they showed this really cool. It's like digital but dithered art.
Mm-hmm.
When they show the Lunarian stuff, it's like the sequence after Ira starts making the new song and Kaguya hears it. That whole art style, it's like that's just kind of neat.
Yeah. Because I also like the thing, these contacts are both for the VR thing and also an mixed reality. So it's like,
oh yeah, AR and VR.
Yeah, so it's like,
augmented reality.
Of course, I remember seeing that one video that shows how horrifying that can easily become. Particularly say corporations control the whole thing. It's like,
oh wow,
it's just
ads
my entire
everywhere.
Ads.
Ads.
I remember
everywhere.
seeing that video. It's just like ads, just constant ads, and being bombarded with stuff, and then they eventually just shut off for a second. And
yeah.
So you'd have to have very much your own private thing, which is not infested with corporate crap.
Yeah.
If it's going to do this.
Reminds me of a couple things, actually. It reminds me, you remember the Battlestar spin-off Caprica? Okay, well, there was a thing in that was very similar. They had, like, visor things.
Oh.
That normally it was a corporate thing, and you go to certain, corporate-made special worlds, but the users figured out how to hack them and created this big, huge private world thing that you could hack your thing and get into, and that's where all the big stuff was happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, so something like that. Another thing on the VR, they don't really talk about the control scheme, but it's like when they're in VR, it looks like it's almost like a full dive thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes it shows, they're like on controllers or whatnot.
Yeah.
So I guess it's maybe a little bit of artistic license.
A little bit
on that one.
Because you gotta have the cool fight scenes.
You gotta have the cool fight scenes.
Because Kaguya is running around with basically a rocket hammer.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And like Ira has big swords. Initially, she's because she's fighting that goofy fursuit thing. It's like, it makes it easier to hit. And then she's like, all right, fine, we're gonna get serious, jerk.
Yeah.
She's talking to her brother.
What's with that hitbox? Yeah. Oh yeah, her swords are cool because there's two swords, but she combines them and can throw it like a boomerang because it looks like a boomerang.
Yep.
They're really cool.
Another interesting thing I thought was cool because Yachio has such control over this world. When the moon people came, she just kind of flicking her hand around.
Oh, that was probably the first hint too.
Yeah,
because she shows up and just starts flicking people to make them disappear. Those ones,
yep.
And then after a while, they go up to her, they see her, and go, "My apologies," and they all leave because it's like, "Oh, it's you, future. Okay, we'll wait."
And then she goes, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and then she lied. She lied. Well, maybe she didn't, because she said, I don't know where they're connecting from.
Yeah, I don't know how
that may have been the truth.
Yeah, I don't know how they're getting in.
Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those, the images we see of Lunaria are really rather digitized, and Kaguya says they'll probably come through the virtual world because it's closer to the moon than Earth. So I wonder if there's a connection, like the Lunarians are a very digitized society to begin with, maybe.
Advanced beyond the need for physical bodies.
Exactly. Because every time we see them, it's something like that.
Yeah, but also
and it would make sense.
Iraha is a musician, and the thing is that was something that she did with her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things she kind of dropped it for a while because, her dad died, and he kind of...
Yep, and that leaves a sore spot.
Yeah, and then Kaguya relights the fire for that, too.
Fire, light the fire.
Wrong franchise. But yeah, it's just a really cool thing because, it's just like the virtual world is often just gorgeous. The animation's always really fun. There's always goofy little things. Like I also like the Iraha making Kaguya pancakes, and they're awful.
They're awful. Until you got the good ones later with real like pancake mix or whatnot.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's just really fun.
I will say, at some points the pacing's a little rough.
Yeah.
Not bad, and some of the fight scenes I think were easy to get lost. Things move a little too, too flashy, a little bit too quick snaps around different angles. Nothing egregious, but it's like, oh, okay, all right. Sometimes you just get lost. Like, wait, where are we? Oh, all right.
Yeah. But another also interesting thing is, the performance what they did, the three of them, was like, oh, wait a minute, this world is mine.
There's a reason.
And and there's also Melton. Yeah.
Yeah. So I caught a few of those. That first one was like,
wait a minute, I know these songs.
That's Miku. I know that song, and there's a couple. I know that one. Wait, this sounds familiar. And then, yeah, at the end, that cover of Ray, twice they played it during the credits section. And then the melt, that's actually Rio.
Yeah.
They brought Rio in, and a bunch of other Vocaloid producers, 40MP, Honeyworks, Livetune, KZ Livetunes in there, a bunch of them. And apparently the way it was when they designed Yachio, they realized like she kind of looks like Miku.
Yeah.
So brought in the Vocaloid producers to kind of tie into that. You have, this idol with long twin tail type things. It's a singer and idol. Yeah. And it all fit. But then it also died, and they started bringing all these references to modern stuff, the streaming and the VR and all that sort of stuff.
A lot of the characters are very VTuber-esque.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's meant to tie off of the current VTuber and VR stuff. Makes me want to play VR chat again.
Yeah. So, again, generally it's really fun. There are a couple things I actually found out, like meta-wise. Like there's like a guidebook and a novelization and everything of this stuff, right? The guidebook dropped a little hint, which is, Roka, the girl with the
antlers. Yeah.
Apparently she has a thing for Iraha and has had one for a while. So it's like, so a lot of the people who love Tragic Yuri just latched onto that one. And there's another bit of just kind of offhand information that's not in the movie, and you might be able to vaguely kind of pick up on it, which is, one of the Black Onyx. They're a gay polycule.
Two of them are brothers, I think.
Well, yeah, they are, but apparently there's some sort of gay polycule thing. Don't think about it too hard.
Yeah, because one of the characters that was never mentioned, but one of those two, Noe, was like, interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. Because very, very feminine avatar.
But regardless, it's just funny. So you got Iraha and her brother, both gay and both in weird polycules. So funny.
I guess it just runs in the family.
Yes. But then there's the
Not
other
very
thing.
far, though.
There's the other thing, which is a little bit disappointing. There's a manga adaptation of this movie, right? Because this is an animation original.
Yep.
The manga adaptation, for whatever dumb reason, the mangaka they got is someone who is on record of saying they don't like Yuri. And they started deciding to make their own alterations to the story.
Yay.
So what they actually straight up started making, I believe Kaguya actually showed interest in the brother. And people flipped because are you trying to, we taught something really good and gay and you're trying to take it away from us.
And make it incest?
No.
Or
Kaguya.
Oh,
the brother.
Kaguya. Okay. Yeah, I thought you said Era. Yeah. Why would you? No.
But someone's thankfully put their foot down. I don't know who, but apparently they have kind of like, no, you don't get to do that.
Yeah, like the story.
You don't get to just change it like that because you don't like that. And Scarlett's like, so why'd you hire someone who doesn't like Yuri in the first place?
Yeah,
that seems like really stupid.
It's almost like whoever hired him wasn't looking that much into their previous works and stuff like that.
But yeah, but everything I heard is like, they tried to make it straight, and then someone stepped in and went, no, you can't do that, and now it's kind of back on track. So it's one of the things I've heard is don't read the manga. Don't bother.
Don't bother.
It's not worth it. But yeah, generally a really fun movie.
Absolutely. When the graduation concert. No, it wasn't a graduation concert. It was.
Well, Kaguya did have one later.
The debut concert.
Right.
When the Lunarians show up and the moon just appears on all the screens. My first thought was Local 58.
Yeah, same.
His throne.
I don't know.
But yeah, and then during the graduation concert, when they actually come back to take her, and they're doing all the fighting, there was that one scene when a bunch of them come up the stairs to Kaguya, and she starts slicing them. I was like, Beat Saber.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it was Beat Saber.
Beat Saber. I get it.
Yeah, but regardless, though, because somehow Iraha gets one girlfriend and turns her into two girlfriends.
Yep, but it's also the same girlfriend.
Yep.
Yachio can be in more places than once.
Yep. Saw the version. you know the couch one thing. The girl sitting on the couch. Someone did that with all the all these different robots. Because apparently there's another the expanded material shows like there's different failed attempts to do the robot body.
Oh,
but like different robot versions of both Kaguya and Yachio. Because apparently Yachio has a robot body now too. Yeah, they both have robot bodies now.
Well, I mean, there should also be.
But yeah, like 5 of them standing behind Iraha who's sitting on the couch.
Oh no.
Remember, Iraha, do not fist android girls.
Don't fist Android
You should
girls.
know. You built her.
This machine cannot tell the difference between metal and flesh, nor does it care.
Yeah. So anyway, it's lovely.
But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
So this was done by Studio Colorido and Studio Chromato. Colorido has also done Hinata no Ashugire, Gure, Fascinating Days, Typhoon no Noruda, Burn the Witch, and My Oni Girl. This is Chromato's only thing, plus the music video, which is technically, I think, part of the movie anyway. So Ira, I'm only going to do the three of them because they're the really most important ones.
Yeah, there's not a huge amount of super important ones.
Iraha is voiced by Anna Nagase, who
Familiar.
also voiced Ushio Kofune in Summertime Render, Harleen Quinzel in Isekai Suicide Squad, Saya Fujishiro in Tatsuketsu. Remember that one? Remember that death game anime we watched the first few episodes of? The one with the editing was so jarring we thought that the streaming glitched out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Natsuko Hirose in Zenshu, and Makina Kurusu in Milky Subway, the Galactic Limited Express. If you've seen that weird alien girl with like the face visor thing recently.
Potentially.
Like in Nendoroids and whatnot.
My memory's as good as a goldfish, so.
Now, Kaguya is voiced by Yuko Natsuyoshi, who played Yu Yu Shirai in the Salt Lily Bouquet, Cheval Grand in Uma Musume, Fastener in New Panty and Stocking, the evil rat thing.
Yep.
Quote unquote evil.
Yeah.
Nana Futami in A Mangaka's Weirdly Wonderful Workplace. And Yaneko Sato in Chainsmoker Cat.
Hearing a lot of that one.
Oh, yeah, I'm hearing a lot about that. I've seen some visuals about that one. It's like, what the hell is this thing?
It does not shy away from showing how gross.
Yeah. Anyway,
how bad it can get.
Yachio is played by Sayori Hayami. Different voice actor entirely.
Yep.
First of all, been in a ton of things. I cannot help. This is just barely not even scratching the surface of what she's done. So just know that.
Yeah.
She's played Chizuka Nishikigi in Sasameki Koto, the senpai that, what's her face was crushed on, who slapped her in the beginning of that. Yeah, that one. She played her. I just thought that was funny because, well, we just did that.
We just did that one.
Ayase Aragaki in Oremo. My little sister. My sister can't possibly be this cute. That. She's one of the characters there. Yukino Shida in My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu. Ortfine Frederica von Elstadt in Izetta the Last Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Yumiko Jabami in Kagagure. Yep, it's the same voice she's doing for both Yachio and that character. And Yuzuki Shiraishi in A Place Further Than the Universe.
Also.
And a ton of other things.
Like Your Forger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I was like, I don't want to sit here forever on one voice actor.
Big name.
I just also find it funny because, from what I could tell, the voice actors for Kaguya and Iraha are pretty close in age. But Yachio's a bit older, so it's just like, that's just kind of funny because,
8,000 years.
Yeah, it's just funny. It's like, I'm pretty sure they intentionally did that because, well, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense to have an older voice for the older version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the voice acting stuff that we're going to do. So,
she named her dog Inu Dog.
Yeah,
Dog.
Dog. Why not? So, yeah, that's it for this one.
Yep.
If you liked what you heard, you can listen to other episodes on newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. If you want to check those out, you can subscribe to the RSS feed or subscribe to us via other methods, included Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts. You can also contact us via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com, if you have any questions or comments or anime recommendations or whatnot. So there's that. And of course, you can follow us on our various social medias, newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com/contact. We'll list all of them there. You can just follow us right there, whichever one you prefer. So that's it for, that's it for July. Next time it'll be August, and we'll be talking about the summer 2026 anime stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta make a selection there and hope we don't pick crap.
Yep.
Because I noticed there's quite a bit of isekai yet again. but also some really interesting ones. Hopefully, get the interesting ones and not the
Hopefully.
isekai.
Hopefully, RNGesus
Oh,
bless
throw a
us.
table.
RNGesus bless us.
So anyway, keep yourself safe.
Stay away from lettuce.
Apparently Taco Bell's doing a better job at this than the government.
I mean, it's not exactly a high bar at this point.
Yeah.
It'd be better than the government, but
Particularly if you're on the East Coast, watch out for that nasty air.
yep, all the smoke.
That stuff. Yeah, just keep yourself safe and cool and everything. So we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.